This episode of Teen Mom 2 starts off with Chelsea, who finds out her baby's gender. It's a girl. Briana goes to Delaware to see Javi and toast marshmallows by the fire. Javi wanted to know when she's planning on moving down there to be with him. He says he's 25 and has no time to waste. In the strange world of Teen Mom, where they all grew up way too fast, 25 is basically an old spinster to them. Briana wants to wait though. She feels like she would be sacrificing everything, and she has 2 kids, so it's a lot. When her and Shirley discuss it, Shirley jokes that they should choose a neutral location and both move for that. Briana just thinks it's not fair that she would be the only one making the changes. Javi takes Lincoln to Kail's to celebrate Isaac's birthday. Kail gives Lincoln a bunch of kisses when he walks in, and Javi is just standing there with this creepy look that he does with the huge saucer eyes, looking like a lizard. And you know he's just thinking, where's my kisses at though, Kail? They both go to talk off camera about something important. Kail then reports that he said that he broke up with Briana. But who cares about that? The real point here, according to Kail, is that she was right about them. She was right about them all along, and she makes sure to mention this 80 times over the next 2 minutes. She even talks about herself in the third person. Kail is always right. Kail is no insane ex-crazy baby mama. I know Javi so well, and I'm right. Okay, but you sound pretty insane right now. She keeps saying, repeat after me, Kail is always right, and she even did a little dance. Kail needs to chill because even Lincoln is acting more mature than this right now. In fact, Lux is probably acting more mature than this. Anyway, she says the reason they split is that neither of them was willing to move, and she doesn't want more kids. Jeremy has been pushing for a date with Leah, and she finally agreed. With a catch, of course. The catch being that Addie gets to come along. So really, it's just a family outing to a pottery paint place. Jeremy brings up in a sideways way that he was expecting a more romantic place, and Leah says, well, I figured this was a great opportunity to bring Addie out. I don't think this is what Jeremy had in mind. This poor man is like, damn, I thought I was going to get laid, and now here I am painting a car sculpture on my day off. Addie says some more cute comments, and they all paint together. David is not ready to talk publicly about his firing, and Janelle goes along with that. Janelle also denies that he got fired, and says he just isn't filming anymore because MTV won't let him. Oh yeah, that totally makes sense. If your boss tells you not to come back to work tomorrow and stops paying you, that just means you chose to not work anymore. That doesn't mean you got fired or anything, right? That would be silly. Janelle blames everyone else on their problems and is also facing more custody issues. Barbara called Jace and said that once he's 10 years old, the judge will let him decide where he wants to live. Janelle doesn't like the idea of Jace not being forced to stay with her, so she hangs up the phone and says that Jace just wants to make whoever he's with at the time happy. It's Isaac's 8th birthday. Javi gets him presents, which he thanks him for, and says all he wants for his birthday is to be able to go to sleep late. Chelsea is doing a gender reveal party and is going to buy a bunch of pink balloons for it. As she goes there, she is worried the guy at Party City is going to out her baby's gender on Twitter or something, so she's going to lie about what the balloons are for. Yeah, let's get a little bit of a reality check here, Chelsea. Not everyone watches Teen Mom. Not everyone knows who you are, especially Gary from Party City. In fact, he does ask whose birthday it is, probably out of politeness, and Chelsea does lie about it, saying Aubrey's friends wanted it or something. Chelsea, relax. If you didn't walk in with the camera crew, I bet a lot of money that 50-year-old dude does not know who you are. He's not going to reveal your kid's gender on Twitter. Chill out. Briana is home from Delaware. Her meetup with Javi did not go well. They aren't together anymore. They still casually talk, but she feels like she saw a totally different side of him. He said his image comes before Briana's surgery, and he couldn't stay with her if she had that Snapchat surgery. But here's the flaw in that. Briana already had Snapchat surgery. Back in January 2016, she had the original butt lift and labiaplasty, which if you don't know what a labiaplasty is, don't look it up. And that was on Snapchat too, so that isn't the real reason. She already has those videos out there. Briana feels Javi was trying to manipulate her. Brittany says some girls have trapped babies, but Javi, on the other hand, is trying to trap baby mamas. Brittany also says that Javi's used to dating white Wonder Bread girls, but Briana is cinnamon raisin bread. She's an everything bagel. Just like the bagel on the left here, I guess. Allie's teacher called Leah and says she's been falling asleep in class. By the time she gets home from the bus, she's practically passed out in the seat, and this worries Leah. She's going to talk to Corey about it. In other news, Leah says she had fun with Jeremy. She wonders if Addie could have her family back together. Leah isn't opposed to the idea per se, but she doesn't want things to be like they were before in the relationship. She feels his work schedule is too much for her. Barbara meets Janelle to pick up Jace and asks Janelle to go out for lunch. Janelle refuses and says, no, I'm busy. With Barbara, Jace says, I miss you so much, Mommy didn't let me call you, Mommy was being mean. It almost seems like Jace enjoys being with Barbara more, and it's sad that Janelle wants to keep him from her. Javi talks with his sister Lydia about the breakup. He blames the surgery, although Briana couldn't afford it otherwise if it wasn't filmed. He offered to pay for it. Javi thinks that Briana is only thinking about the here and now and not the consequences of maybe a year from now. Which is true, but he says their futures do not line up and he's not wasting any more time, so he's done with her. Chelsea surprises Cole with the gender reveal. Leah talks to Corey about Allie's exhaustion, and she tells Allie not to push herself so much. They consider doing a sleep test study with her with the doctor to try to see why she feels so tired through the day. With Allie's disease being so rare, they just never know what to expect. Javi goes on Kale's Coffee Convos podcast and says they get along better now. He talks about the breakup with Briana, and says it's weird talking to his ex-wife about it. Kale still doesn't like Briana and gets on Javi for not defending her when he and Briana were together. Briana hears later about Javi being on the podcast, and she is not pleased. She went on a bunch of Twitter rants, and then Javi came in saying, "Stop, Briana, you're better than this." The surgery is still upcoming, and Javi was supposed to take care of her afterwards when she can't get out of bed. And now that he's out of the picture, Briana is going to ask her ex-boyfriend Dre to help her, and her friend Shirley, who is also getting surgery. Briana says that when Javi hears about this, he's going to be butthurt, I guess, about this guy helping her work butt. Barbara is taking care of Jace, and Jace mentions that when him and Janelle and David all went out on the boat, they left Kaiser in daycare. Poor little guy. Then Jace says, "Yeah, mommy and daddy are pieces of shit. LOL. 8 years old, and Jace already knows what's up. Though there's a sadness to it because Jace could be talking about any one of the dads Janelle introduced to him. And the statement still rings true for all of them. And that's all for this episode of Teen Mom 2. Was it disrespectful for Javi to go on Kale's podcast and talk about Briana without telling her? And should Jace be allowed to choose